Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show the eye poke. For that, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like and share the video. Okay? So let's go. So, self-defense technique, the eye poke. So, eye poke is used for self-defense purposes, that's a fact, but has been used also in MMA, mixed martial arts. Well, this is not a legal technique, that's a fact. But sometimes, and I tell this because some fighters, for example, some UFC fighters, they do this not on purpose, or maybe on purpose, we don't know, because sometimes that's a kind of strategy. I will give you an example. Jon Bones Jones. Well, Jon Bones Jones is one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time, without a shadow of a doubt, because, well, UFC world champion, light heavyweight, many times, and of course a lot of wins and dominant wins too. But he used the eye poke. So the eye poke, the move is very similar to a jab. Okay, so of course I'm here in my position, and of course when I use the jab, I use with my closed hand. Okay, my hand is closed. My hand is closed because I'm going to punch. I'm going to use the jab. You know. The eye poke is open hand, so same position but with open hand, and then you will go for the target, you know, so you're going to target the eyes of your opponent, the eyes, okay? And of course the eyes, it's very sensitive, the point in the human body, so of course you're gonna hurt your opponent, and of course you're gonna be successful in your self-defense. Okay, so but details here. Of course, open hand. That's a fact. But of course, I can have an open hand like this. Okay, this. My hand is open. Okay, but in the eye poke, you must have your fingers together. Okay, your fingers must be together. Okay, and of course, the position of the arm, of course, not like this, not like this, like this. Must be firm, you know, it's firm. So this is the position, and you're gonna target the eyes of your opponent. Okay, the eye poke. I can tell you that, of course, in MMA, Jon Jones used this a lot, and the referee, of course, said advertisement, okay, an advertisement, because, well, you cannot do that. But for example, you are having a close fight, you know, you are having a close fight, and you are not winning the round, you know, you are not winning the round, and then use this, okay, okay, it's just once, so maybe it was on purpose or not, maybe it was, well, the heat of the moment, we don't know if it was on purpose or not, and the referee, of course, advertisement. But the damage is already done, and his opponent is not going to have the same dynamics that he had until then, you know. And of course, then he started to win rounds, and maybe he's going to knock out or submission, and he's going to finish his opponent, you know. But this is, I'm talking about just an example of MMA, okay? An example, Jon Bones Jones, one of the greatest. He had a lot of things outside his job. That's a fact. Many problems, and well, But that's another thing. The point here is this is a technique, self-defense technique, that sometimes is used in combat sports like MMA, mixed martial arts. And I think the greatest example, because of while he's very famous, is UFC world champion, light heavyweight champion. He's one of the greatest of all time because, of course, of all his wins. And well, he's very famous, very known, and used a lot the eye poke. And in a self-defense context, you can use this because you are going to point to one of the sensitive points in the human body, and of course you're going to hurt your opponent. And if you hurt your opponent, you're going to have some advantage. Of course, after that, it can happen a million things, different things, but the point is, the goal is your protection, your self-defense. That's the goal, okay? Of course, you can do this, and you can run if you want. It depends, of course, on the context, on the circumstances, but that's the suggestion. So, today, the suggestion is train the eye poke. How can you train the eye poke? Well, first you can train the jab. You have some videos about the jab before. And then you can make the transition to the eye poke, okay? First the jab and transition to the eye poke, okay? So, you can train the jab, okay? So, of course, if you are left-handed, okay, the jab will be with your right hand, okay? If you are left-handed, if you are southpaw stance, you have the southpaw stance. But if you are right-handed, your jab will be with your left hand. So you are in an orthodox stance. So it will be like this. So here, so you train your jab, and then you are going to make the transition to the eye poke. So switch, okay? Always like this, okay? Position, always like this, okay? I'm gonna switch position, okay? So, the jab and the eye poke. The target, the eyes, okay? The target is always the eyes. Of course, another thing here, you have your height, right? Your height and your size. And of course, if you are going to eye poke someone that is bigger than you, of course, you're going to extend. You're going to extend. So, for example, if a guy is bigger than me, you know, okay, like, for example, like this size, I don't know. For example, of course, I'm going to target the eyes, okay? I'm going to target the eyes. So I'm going to go up, okay? My arm will go up. It depends, of course, where is the target. You must go to the target, okay? Just hit the target, you know? Depends, of course, of the size of your opponent, okay? So, train it. Train first the jab, then transition to the eye poke, and that's another tool that you can use for your self-defense, okay? So, that's it. This is all for today. See you next time.